Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Baltimore Ravens.
Kickoff return for a touchdown.
Now let's go! 319! 319!
And they'll go ground game here in the tailback. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Double tight, guys, double tight. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit! Alert flow, alert flow, alert flow. Hut!
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Murray being chased out left. Hunter Henry brings it in. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A very solid gain of 27.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Gun!
On first down, Murray eluding the pressure right. He's got his man on the crossing route. Give him 30 yards there.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
55 is mine, guys, 55.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Oh, good footwork on the spin. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Double tight. Watch you now, Barney.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great play there with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Justin Tucker for the extra point. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
Lucky 56.
I always enjoy
Lucky
the conversation
56.
post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the
Gun,
play. You did it. I had to.
Gun. Leopard. Leopard. Detroit. Detroit. Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
Detroit. Detroit. Gun. 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 Gun.
I'm scared.
So that'll back him up 5. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
Gun. 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 Gun.
Check that.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Check.
Now it's Jackson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Not today. Watch that.
Over.
90 is a mic.
Gun.
90 is a mic.
Jackson from the shotgun. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass, followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline.
Gun. Gun.
90 is a mic. Check tape.
Watch you now, Barney. Gun.
There's Jackson on 3rd and long. Drops it off for Coleman. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. A big play there on the catch and run. 41 yards. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground,
All right, now,
you
lucky
can always
56.
tell that they were
Lucky
concerned
56.
about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember
Watch
being
it
in
now,
college and
Barney.
worrying all off-season about our season open opponent.
You got three.
And they had a receiver
Detroit,
that could shake
Detroit,
and bake with the best of
Detroit,
them.
Detroit.
I tackled him on the first pass of the
Gun,
game, and the
gun,
relief
gun.
was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I missed him, it would have been a long night.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
Watch you now, Barney. Watch you now, Barney.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll bring up a 3rd down.
We got 4. Double tight.
Over. Watch you now, Barney.
Watch 85.
Over.
Watch out.
And they'll let their fullback try to push the pile. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He loses 4, and it brings up 4.
I get the thought process. 3rd and short, give it to the fullback, let him bulldoze his way. But that means you're counting on your offensive line to win the line of scrimmage, aren't you?
Yeah, and there was just a mass of bodies there at the line. Looked like more defenders than offensive guys. Winds up losing yardage. And his kick here is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
And now here come the Ravens. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
Steps away to his left. Now he's going to go deep down the left side. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one.
All right, now,
Take
lucky
the big
56,
shot right out of the
lucky 56.
gate. At worst, he'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, now back on their heels.
He's got daylight. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown here in his 1st half. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability. Tucker with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Their fullback. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
A good solid game there on 1st down, but the defense has to be happy they didn't let it pop for anything bigger.
Second and 6, just inside the 30.
Double tight. 4 down. Set! 3-19! 3-19! Mike. Gun!
Now Jackson on 2nd down. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one, hence the decline.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Jadeveon Clowney. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. The Bengals bring out their punter now. Back deep, Patrick Peterson. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it.
Detroit!
Right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Hey, boys, we got 4.
They go play action here on first down. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away at second down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
4 down, check.
Hurry up.
To throw again, Murray. And he fires one that's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions quote-unquote go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Quick the edge.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Gun!
Check.
Watch him now, Barney!
On 3rd down, Jackson nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. A minute 57 to go in this first half. We're back to Baltimore after this.
Double tight, guys, double tight.
Gun!
Throwing on first down, Murray. And he whips that one incomplete there. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry. And now it's 2nd down.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
All right,
Here's
now, lucky
2nd and
56.
10 now from the 29.
56.
Two tights. 3 down.
Gun!
Back to the air on 2nd down. Murray. Forced out to his left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
Strong right.
All right, now, lucky 56.
56. Lucky 56. Check me out. We got 3 down, but we got to stand up over there.
From the gun, Murray. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Tight to the right. Move. Set. Blue 90. Blue 90. Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
Don't get nervous.
Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Shift.
Again to the fullback on the dive. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Set. 319. 319. Mike 52. Gun, gun. Gun, gun. Watch the screen. Over. Check.
From the gun, Jackson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. I don't know who was to blame there, but I love seeing pick 6s.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
No. Check. Patriot. Here we go. 552. Gun. 52 is the mic right here. Over. Gun. He runs. Take 4.
Back to the air, Jackson following the pick 6. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I'd file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first
All right, now,
half.
lucky
This
56.
is 2nd and long.
Lucky 56. Hey, we got gun. 35. Watch 35. Over.
Check 13. Check 13.
Check 50. Check 50.
So we're at halftime here in the Inner Harbor with the hometown Ravens on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Watch it now, Barney. Watch the ship. Watch the ship.
They start out on the ground with Coleman. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
4 down. Check. 4 down. Check.
They will run it in with Coleman. The ball comes out, and this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
4 down.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. On the return is Peterson. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think they did. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away.
Yeah,
defense,
we
got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Odd. 5 down. Stand up in.
Now they'll run it on the toss. He'll be dropped at the 30. With a shifty move, got him a couple extra on the play. It's a gain of 7 on the ground. Second down coming up.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll lead here to a third down.
Double tight, guys, double tight.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
5 down, stand up in. Mike, 50.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
Murray now. Dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 47.
3 down. Mike.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's got this down to the 35. 12 more yards there and another first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
3 down.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out. But a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Now a handoff looking right. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game, and I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield, picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, offensive line, they're getting it done.
First carry for Giovanni Bernard. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just quick. And what a terrific play, holding them with no gain.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Give him 9 on the play, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. Now they'll run it on the toss. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Check. Lucky.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
36.
Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the 4th.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Double tight, guys, double tight.
They'll try to run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great effort there with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 15 on the year. And the Ravens will extend their lead. And he puts it through. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
He's mine, he's mine. Gun! 90 is a Mike.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Wide open receiver complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
You don't want no problems. You don't want no problems with me.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Watch the run.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Going underneath, it's Coleman. He'll be stopped shy of the 45 despite a great move. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll be 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackle.
All right, now, lucky
Tackle
56.
them after the
Lucky
catch,
56.
inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and try to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
All day. Slam.
On 2nd down, here's Jackson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It'll be a pickup of only a yard. And that'll bring
lucky
up a
56.
3rd and 11
Lucky 56.
situation.
Gun!
Jackson will throw again. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. On 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Now it's Peterson. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the 4th quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance. Where they took control of this game, how they managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
We got three, fellas. We got 3.
Right back to him on 1st down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Oh, yeah!
Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this.
Double tight. 3 down. Hey, check.
And they'll go with a ground attack here.
Watch 85, ball go
Space to
85.
maneuver at the 40. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A big hitter there. A 1st down gain of 26 yards.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Now to the right side here. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, most of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
The Ravens on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
We got 4.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long. He's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
Check. Patriot!
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. And, Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf. They got that done in this one.
Exactly right. When you start a season, everyone's goal, win all of your home games, split your road games, and you're likely going to be in the playoffs. But when you win at home, boy, what a great feeling that is. You don't even mind if people are at your house when you get home after a win like that.
So for the Ravens, it's another win for them, and you wonder if they want a redo on that one loss as they sit now at 14-1. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, their playoff hopes take a big hit as they fall to 8-7. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.